The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
Hello and welcome to Lexington Regional Final Night on Glycod. I'm Chris LaBar alongside Rick Reeves. Tonight it's Ryle winners of 6 straight against Bryan Station. So glad you joined us. Rick, this Ryle Raider football team can really put the ball in the air.
I tell you what, yeah, they have the leading 6A passer in the state, really able to get a lot of yards that way. Going to be a tough night for Station. You got to play that, but you can't overplay it or the run game is going to come in.
Ryle playing very, very well, as we mentioned. You look at Bryan Station, we saw them last week versus Tate's Creek. This team clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, after that loss to Douglas, 4 straight wins, just going on all cylinders, outscoring the teams. I think I added 185 to 21 in these last 4 games. Very impressive by Station. Man, 2 powerful offenses. What defense can step up tonight?
In all likelihood, the winner of tonight's game will be on the road next week, of course, pending the 3 other quarterfinal outcomes. Up next, we'll chat with both head coaches. So glad you joined us, and we'll be right back.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Did you know that Cartown Kia has one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the region? And did you know that we source vehicles from all over the country? Not only will we pay top dollar for your trade, we'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. So stop in today for a quick and easy appraisal, and while you're here, check out the new Kias arriving daily. There's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. Visit Cartown Kia or shop anytime at CartownKiaUSA.com.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Ow! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you.
With Glycod here today with Coach Mike Engler from the Ryle High School Raiders. Coach, you started off the season a little rough. You had a very, very tough early season schedule. What you've seen, how you've seen your team grow?
First off, what most people don't get is that we actually start 9 sophomores. And we are a very young football team, of which we'll have 18 starters returning next year, which sets up pretty well. But, we played a tough early schedule, but we were very competitive in those. We had Christian Academy of Louisville. We were up 22-12 in the fourth quarter, ended up losing to them. And I think our young kids, with our good senior leadership, grew up. And as they were growing up and they were learning how to win, all of a sudden we found ourselves to Campbell County, we were down 17 points with 9 minutes to go, and our kids came back and won it in overtime. And since then, we've been on a roll. It's like our kids grew up and figured out how to win. And you know what? And I'm so excited about this team. I think that, I could see us, we've been playing really, really well. I mean, we played unbelievable Friday against Bullet East, the defending state champs.
You're playing a lot of sophomores. Great for next year. Talk to me about what this senior, the leadership has meant to this team this year.
Well, we're really playing a few seniors. We got Logan Barracks at quarterback, who is number 1 in the state in 6A in passing, and he has just picked up his game. He's doing on and off the field. We got Grady Reynolds, who also starts at tight end for us, who has been a vocal leader. And when Grady really picked it up is when we lost 2 of our inside linebackers. Ironically, we lost one of them when we were playing 7-on-7 against Bryan Station in the GRC 7-on-7 tournament. One of our starting inside linebackers. So we lost 2 of those, and when Grady Reynolds went to inside linebacker, he became more aggressive on offense and became a very good defensive football player, and he also became more vocal in the locker room. And then with our other, we had our kicker, Josh Line, who has been unbelievable for us. He's hit some crucial last-second field goal attempts to basically hit one with no time left to tie Campbell County. So putting that pressure on himself, having been in those big game situations, those guys are starting to, that leadership and that example is starting to, kind of fall down onto the underclassmen, and they're all believing. I mean, our confidence is very, very, very good right now.
This Bryan Station team, what do you know about them, and what do you expect to see on Friday night?
I expect to see a very good football team that has a lot of speed, a lot of talent. I expect to see a well-coached football team, and it should be a very, very good football game. I like the way we're playing right now. I'm sure Coach likes the way he's playing right now. And quarterfinals, anything could happen. I just, the only thing I ask is that win or lose, that our kids show up and play really well.
So give me a couple keys that you think are going to be important for you to get this victory and get to the state semifinals.
Keys are to limit their explosive plays. I think we can't allow them to score on two or three play drives. Special teams is going to be very important because I know they've returned several kickoffs for touchdowns. It's a good thing we have a pretty good kicker that puts it into the end zone quite often. So that could be big because their players. I know the Haskins kid. I forgot the quarterback's name, but I know he's very explosive and. He's honestly on film. The quarterback is probably one of the most fluid quarterbacks. I mean, just smooth. The way he runs, it's like he's got a 10-yard game, and you thought he only went like 5 yards. It's like, wow, where did that come from? And if I wasn't playing against them, it would be fun to watch.
I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. with health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome to Bryan Station High School in Lexington, Glycod.com on the air. So glad to join you. Chris LeBar alongside Rick Reams. A very compelling matchup between two styles that could not be more different, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, you've got one team that is pretty much air only. That's what they want to do. Ryle wants to throw the ball all over the field all the time. Bryan Station can hurt you a lot of different ways. You heard Coach Engler talk about it, just not on running or passing, but also special teams can really be a big difference with this Bryan Station team. And Chris, as we said in the opening, Bryan Station's been on fire, but Ryle comes in off a victory of the defending 6A champs, Bullitt East.
They are playing well against a different Bullitt East team, certainly, than what was the 2022 edition. Let's take a look a little bit deeper again at this Ryle outfit. Some good wins, but not some great wins. The best teams they've played, they have lost to. They're still seeking that breakthrough win.
Yeah, I think this is a game where they can get that. It's one of those things you can only play the people on your schedule. They had like Bryan Station, Douglas. They had a really top-end heavy schedule at the very beginning of the year. Lost to some really good teams up there in Northern Kentucky. But as you said, they want to get this victory to show that they're the real deal. But Coach Engler talked about it. You know, you can only play for this year, but he's talking about the future of this team. It looks really bright.
Both these teams have so much promise in their program. You'll hear Coach Hawkins talk about some of his younger players in our upcoming conversation. Tonight's weather forecast is presented by Meijer. Visit their Hamburg location at 2155 Paul Jones Way for any of your shopping needs. Meijer, a proud supporter of Central Kentucky High School athletics on Glycod. It is thankfully drying out. It was not the case a couple of hours ago, but it is now dry. Temps very comfortable in the mid-50s, and there is a slight breeze. We're just on the air tonight in Lexington. It's Ryle and the Bryan Station Defenders. And up next, I'll chat with Coach Philip Hawkins of BSHS. That conversation when we come right back.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
.6A Region 4 championship tonight in Lexington. Bryan Station will host Ryle. Coach Hawkins of the Defenders joins me. Quite a role you guys are on now, Coach. How do you keep it going?
You know, I think the main thing for us is just to continue to do what we're good at, and that's, you know, run the ball and then try to get the ball out in space to some of our athletes and, you know, control the game and the clock as much as we can.
Your offense is so well balanced. Is there a part of it that you're still trying to grow?
You know, I like to say we're trying to grow every bit of it each week, you know, and we want to add a wrinkle as we go. That's, you know, by now everybody knows what we do. So we've got to be really good at it or have some variations of what we're doing just to create opportunities for ourselves. Speaking of wrinkles, Bayou Behe Bennett averages 20 yards a carry last week for 100 yards rushing. What does that say about the depth of your football team? You know, one of the things that I knew at the beginning of the year, when we got healthy and when everybody was involved, we had some depth and we had the amount of talent and that we needed to make a deep run. And Bennett has been we've known Bennett can run the football, and we were glad to get him back. And it seems like now he's at 100%, and it certainly showed Friday night. Your kicking game has been very strong. We've not talked much about it. Zach Gentry, 51 of 52 on extra points, also hasn't missed a field goal. Right. What's your confidence level in this? You know, it's pretty high in him. You know, I hate that we haven't kicked more field goals, but I'm fairly aggressive once we get inside cross the 50. So, you know, I don't punt a lot, and you know, we're looking to score touchdowns. But he is somebody we trust a lot. You know, 51 out of 52 or 50, whatever that number is, that's great for a high school place kicker, and he does a fine job. And you know, we had some expectations for him because he did such a good job last year, and we know when we need him, he'll be there for us. Ryle, the opponent tonight, really not too many common opponents. What do you know about them? You know, I think they are a fine football team, of course. That's why they're here tonight. And I think they do a good job passing the ball around. Their quarterbacks had some success throwing the ball this season. And you know, I look for them to try to do the same. And our job is just to cover these guys and try to reduce the amount of opportunities he has to complete passes. 5 guys on their team have caught more than 30 balls. Is that an opportunity for your defense to maybe get some balls? Yeah, I think anytime the ball's thrown in the air, one of the things that I do like about our secondary is, you know, we lead 6A in interceptions. So, you know, that teams throwing the ball create interceptions. So, you know, I feel confident in what our defensive backs do, and the defense coordinator does a great job with them and trying to confuse the quarterbacks. And, you know, to win a game like this, we're going to need an interception tonight. This is familiar terrain now for your kids, now back-to-back regional final game. What's the difference in their makeup this time around? You know, I think that the main difference in these kids is they've been in it now, and they've had success in it, and they know what's on the other side of this week, and opportunity to semifinal game puts you one game closer to making it to Kroger Field, and I just think our maturity level will play out for us a little bit tonight.
Good luck tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Head Coach Hawkins, be right back on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Research has shown high schools to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service, all while glorifying Jesus Christ and building relationships. What's most important, Rick, first for Ryle?
For Ryle, you know, they've got to come out. Coach Engler talked about it. You've got to limit Bryan Station's special team opportunities. You've got to have touchbacks on kickoffs. You've got a directional punt. You just can't give these Bryan Station athletes a chance to go ahead and make a big play early on. And like he talked about, don't let them have 1 or 2 play drives and get in the end zone. The second thing is they can't get lost in the bright lights. And I'm not talking about the bright lights of the big city. What I'm talking about is the bright lights of the brevity of this game. This is a huge game for them. As you talked about, they want to prove that they deserve to be here. A lot of young players, 18 underclassmen starting tonight. You can't get lost in this game. You just got to go out and play your game.
And for Bryan Station, continuing to force turnovers, they've really capitalized on opponent miscues.
Yeah, they're +9, and I mean, that's where you want to be this time of year. And what you talked about it, that the fact is, if a team throws the ball like Ryle throws the ball, you've got an opportunity for interceptions. And another thing is, pick sixes could be a big thing tonight.
What did you mean by don't reinvent the wheel?
You know, the thing is, Station has gotten here from their play all year long. There's no need. You can throw a couple wrinkles in like Coach talked about, but there's no need to change things up. No one's been able to stop you in these last games, 183-21. You know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
And the balance that this Bryan Station offense has shown, they are so deep. And really, Trenton Cutright, the Coach Engler, did know his name on Monday. When you talk to him, he will know his name tonight. That young man, very talented.
Yeah, he is. And I tell you what, as he talked about just the smoothness of Trenton Cutright, he's another quarterback in Lexington. We have a couple of these quarterbacks that can hurt you with their arms and with their legs, and you sometimes have to pick your poison. But, yeah, Coach Engler, he's going to know Trenton Cutright. He knows him now. But on Monday when I talked to him, he couldn't come up with his name, but he sure knew how he played.
3 other quarterfinals tonight, one already underway. Male leading Bryan Station, or rather a male leading Frederick Douglass, 7-0. 1 minute left in the opening quarter. That game also on glycod.com. We'll take one more break. Back for live football in just a few moments. It's Ryle and Bryan Station from Lexington. We'll back after this on Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
The great acoustics of high school football. 6A quarterfinal tonight live on Glycod. Ryle versus Bryan Station. Chris Labar alongside with Rick Reams. So glad you joined us. And a great intensity for both these fan bases tonight.
Yeah, these fan bases have showed up. A good contingency come down from Northern Kentucky for this game. Station, there's always, there's pride in this team. One of their slogans is pride of the North Side, and their fans are showing that tonight. Just a big turnout here for a huge game.
With the Station win, they will move to the semifinal round for the second consecutive year. Ryle, with an advancement tonight, they would move to the semis for the first time since 2010. So both teams looking to continue their season and play on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, that's the goal for these teams. You know, you got a couple more weeks to get to where you want to get to, but you've got to win this game tonight. And both these teams, like you said, one came with Bryan Station last year, had a great year, but they didn't get the job done. Ryle wants to start a new tradition with this young team.
Bryan Station football to start. Damon Green back to return for the defenders. 2 kickoff return for scores already for the freshman. And he'll be parallel with Kamani Barber. Barber has already taken one to the house this year as well, as Ryle's line will hook it in play, and it's gobbled up by Barber. And Barber carving his way up the near sideline. And Bryan Station will commence at their 27-yard line.
Yeah, one of those kicks. Coach Engler talked about trying to get it to kick through the end zone. If you're not going to do that, don't put a lot of air underneath it. Just get it out there. Let your kick team get the stop, and that's what they did.
So the Bryan Station defender offensive line will have Gary McCauley at left tackle, Jaden Randall left guard. The freshman center, Jeremiah Moore, at 6'3", 275. Keon Watson, right guard. Javon Frazier is the right tackle. Trenton Cutright, dual threat quarterback. Kalen Washington and Bayou Behi. Bennett Washington eclipsing 1,000 rush yards. And Bennett over 100 as his understudy last week. J.T. Haskins Jr., top receiver, alongside with Javari Burnett and Damon Green. A lot of speed on the outside for Station. Our first play from scrimmage as Cutright rolling and slung to the ground for a loss back to the 21-yard line.
Tell you, Coach Engler has to be very, very pleased with that. You talked about this Bryan Station team. They come out, they play fast, they try to get the ball down the field, and you're able to get a sack on the first play.
It's Cutright. And an empty set brought down back for a loss. Loss of about 6, so second down at 16 for Bryan Station. Ryle's defense. It'll be a 4-3 with Yarbrough and Reynolds on the ends, Slomer and Smith inside. Linebackers Fall, Warner and Savage. Varex, Lyons, Lee Meadows in the secondary. And Station on second down and long. And brought down across the 25 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, got the lost yardage back there. Wasn't quite able to break that one tackle. Kalen Washington had the ball that time. Got a 3rd and long here. And, boy, I tell you what, this would be huge for this Ryle defense to be able to get off the field.
So Washington about 2 yards short of the initial line of scrimmage, so 3rd down and an even dozen. Is Station operating. And Cutright, this is where he's so dangerous, and Cutright brought down shy of the stick, tripped up at the 34-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, this Ryle team, you can tell they've just pinned their ears back. They're going to go after the rush. They're going to try to get him uncomfortable, and right now they are, and it looks like Station's going to have to go ahead and punt, get rid of this ball. Station won the toss. They elected to receive. You know they wanted to get that offense out on the field fast, but, boy, I tell you what, Ryle did a great job there getting off the field on the first possession.
So 3 and out. We don't see a lot of the punter, Zach Gentry, on the season. He's certainly a familiar face in the extra point kicking game. And Gentry back to punt. And it will evade Landon Lorms as it's hooked out in the vicinity of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, went out of bounds there about the 35-yard line. So really Ryle's getting good field position. Weren't able to flip the field that much on that one.
Ryle's offensive line, Eli Reynolds, Jack Gatlin on the left side. The center, Brody Walsh, Mike Coleman, right guard. Eli Caldwell, a sophomore, is the right tackle. Logan Varex, 6A's top passer, at least statistically this year. 6'3", 190-pound senior quarterback. Jacob Savage, nearly 1,000 rush yards. His security blanket in the backfield. Savage with the tote, and Savage lumbering across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and a nice pickup, Rick, on first down.
Yeah, really good job there. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryle run the ball just a little bit more tonight because I think Station has worked so hard on the passing game, try to show something different, and Ryle's going quick.
They sure are as we get right back to immediate play here on second down and short. And it's going to be 3rd down and a couple after the inside handoff.
Yeah, you try to get to that line and get some really quick snap and quick off the play, but right there, no gain at all. Good job by the station defender up front just to lock that up.
Bachanga, Brown, and Frazier, the down linemen. Berry, Adams, Hawker, Frazier, the backers. Haskins, Shagog, Watts, White, the secondary. 17 interceptions for Station on the year. It's 3rd down and 4. Is Verex. He's going to dump it out in the flat. Intended for Lions. Interceding in the passing lane was Zay White.
Yeah, White, I tell you what, that ball was luckily overthrown because White had a break on that ball. But good defensive series there. A 1st down, good run for Ryle, but that's where that stopped.
So both teams bring on their kicking unit on their first drive. Our first glance at Gavin Moses on what will be 4th down and a long 3. As Moses, a moderate kick, and it's going to evade the Bryan Station return man.
Yeah, we talked about directional punting there. That one, though, you want to get the ball a little further down the field, only about the 44-yard line, so excellent field position for Station.
So the defenders will launch from their 45-yard line, just underway. 6A quarterfinal. This is the Region 4 championship in KHSAA football. And Washington with the toad. And Washington, a second-level rush and a 1st down. Tripped up at the Ryle 38 and a gain of 13.
That's one thing the Station offense can do. They can run outside and they can also run inside with a lot of success.
Washington over 1,000 rush yards on the season last week. And the George Rogers Clark transfer off early here tonight for Station. So mark this, back at the 44. So 1st down and 10 from the 44. Short-sided run to Washington. Short yardage run there.
Yeah, good job there by the Ryle defense. They're able to cut that one down. Or maybe Jacob Savage on the tackle there.
Well, that's certainly not hard to imagine as Savage leads 6A in stops at 123 coming in. Pickup of a couple, 2nd down and 8. Now Cutright arcs it to the near side. That ball intercepted as Cutright is picked, and Ryle will have it up to the 48-yard line. Interception by Gavin Lyons, his 4th of the season.
Yeah, I tell you what, Lyons did a great job. He just kind of hung out there just a little bit, saw where Cutright was going, and just jumped right in front of it. Got that interception. One thing Cutright can't do is you can't zero in on a receiver like that. The defense is just read your eyes, and they were able to get an easy interception there. So we talked about Station wanting to continue their turnover battle, their turnover lead, but right now they're now at +8 because they just gave one up.
Cutright's 6th interception thrown this year against 21 touchdown passes. And Ryle, outstanding field position from their 49 is Verex back to throw. And Logan Verex floats it forward, and that ball nearly intercepted.
Boy, he's got to really watch that. That's one thing. When you haven't played against athletes, defensive backs like this, a lot faster sometimes in the game, so you got to get that ball out there a lot quicker. Sometimes on a play like that, just go down. Do not take that chance.
Play occurring on the near sideline. Difficult to see which defender snuck in the passing lane. Be 2nd down and long. Verex in an empty set. Floats it forward, and that ball is picked and coughed up at the last moment. It will be an interception and a Station fumble recovery.
Yeah, about back-to-back turnovers there. Looks like Jordan Hawkins got that ball for Station that time. So let's take a look here.
got right in front, and then hit the ground. So that's a good call. That ball, he had it, possessed it, hit the ground, caused the fumble. So back-to-back turnovers. Chris, which of these offenses is going to break through first? That's the question right now.
We'll see if Station elects to pound it a bit here on this sequence with sudden change, as they'll have it from their 35-yard line. That's Verix's 8th interception of the year as Cutright trying to sneak his way up the near sideline, and thus far this Ryle defense been very stout inside.
Yeah, Cutright does a really good job of cutting back, as you said, Chris, and sometimes he goes a long way with that, but this time Ryle's defender stayed at home.
Pickup of about 3. This is Station offense. We've seen them labor a bit here in the first 5.5 minutes of this quarter. As Cutright rolling, zinging it into tight confines, and it will be a first down. That's Isaiah Watts. That's Damon Green with the catch.
Yeah, good play there by Cutright to get that outside, find Green wide open, and hit him right on the numbers. A lot of pressure again by Ryle, but a nice throw on the run there.
Up to the 47-yard line. Damon Green's 20th grab of the year. There's Washington barreling to the near side, lowering that shoulder. Just shy of the 40.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of confusion in the Bryan Station backfield on that, but you can't argue with the results. But both running backs went a couple different ways there, but Washington was able, as you said, just barreled out there.
That's the first play we've seen both he and Bayou Behi Bennett in the backfield. We saw a lot of two-back sets last week. Defenders ahead of the sticks. And Washington picking up another first down. Gain of about 7. And Station on back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, and I think the way you described this drive, are they going to try to pound it down the field? And I think that's what they're doing right now with success.
Washington at 5'10", 210. And the defenders with their best field position as they inch their way down to the Ryle 34. Well, Cutright. He's looking in the end zone, and a little bit too lengthy intended for J.T. Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins had a step out there, but Cutright just had to take a step to his left and just threw that ball off just a little bit there. But on that 1st and 10, I think it's good. Go for the end zone, see what you can get done. And now 2nd and long, but still you've been able to pound the ball down the field on the run. See if they go with that this time.
There's Dylan Lee in hot pursuit. Nice coverage out there. 7+ minutes of scoreless football. Both teams have thrown an interception. And Station, 2nd down and long from the Ryle 35-yard line. There's Bennett, his first tote, and he's a burst. Is Bennett into the Ryle red zone. A pickup of 16 to the 19.
Yeah, Bennett's a different type of runner in there. You kind of throw him in. Get some little, like I say, just a little bit of toughness and then some speed in there.
Bennett injured for much of the middle portion of the season. He came through like gangbusters last week. It's a quick first down at 10 as Station will run it up and tuck it up inside again on a first down rush.
Yeah, right now this drive they're getting 6, 7, 8 yards of rush, and that bodes well for you, and that also will open up your passing game as Ryle's going to have to start trying to defend that running.
This is Washington blasting his way down the hill. He's 2nd down and about 5. They've dimmed the lights in the press box. Nice ambiance here this evening. And privileged to be here tonight at Bryan Station. 2nd down and medium, and we're going to have, I believe, the game's first penalty.
Like an offsides on Ryle.
Only a 5-man crew tonight, which is quite unusual for a quarterfinal. Steve Schmacher, the wide hat, with his compatriots as well. So an automatic first down, post penalty, and Bryan Station inching their way down the terrain. That'd be first down and goal with the infraction. And in for a Station score. That's Bayou Behi Bennett.
See how he looks, Chris. He took a big hit there at the end. Looks like he's limping off just a little bit, but boy, he hit that speed and hit that corner. Watch him get through this line right there. He turns it on, but takes a hit in the end zone. And walking a little bit slow here, but really good job by Station getting that ball down the field.
That was a great response. You had the Damon Green catch to move the sticks, but the heavy lifting via the ground, and Zach Gentry adding one to the tally. 7-zip Bryan Station. Back with more high school football coverage in just a moment on Glycod.
Did you know that Cartown Kia has one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the region? And did you know that we source vehicles from all over the country? Not only will we pay top dollar for your trade, we'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. So stop in today for a quick and easy appraisal, and while you're here, check out the new Kias arriving daily. There's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. Visit Cartown Kia or shop anytime at cartownkiausa.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at cartownkiausa.com. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires.
Bryan Station on the board. Bayou Behi Bennett in for 9-yard touchdown rush. His 7th score of the year. And Gentry powering one into the end zone.
Yeah, with 3:31 left in this first quarter, this is a very important drive for the Ryle offense here. They've had 2 possessions. One was a 3 and out.
Take another look at this touchdown rush for Bennett.
Yeah. Yeah, and just watch the speed as he breaks through right there. But watch the hit at the end, right there. We'll keep an eye on him on the sideline, see what he looks like, but a tough hit there.
So Ryle football from their 20. This will be the 3rd series they do have a first down. And also an interception thrown from Logan Verax. And Verax rolling to the near side. And that's a great catch by Lorms. Oh my, a great grab, a pickup of 11 up to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, good job there. Only threw it only where Lorms could get the ball and was able to get it out there. And just a nice high throw. She said Lorms went up, got that ball, but no one else could get to it. So good play on a first round down there.
Lorms, his 84th catch of the year. As Ryle on first down and 10, sneaking his way up the field is Verax, and he'll pick up about 2 yards.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there, but a good job there by Verax. Could have had a sack back there, but it gained a couple yards, get a little bit of positivity there. Maybe gave him a little bit more than that, about 3 or 4 yards, looks like.
We're going to have to lay off the replay when Ryle has the football.
Yeah, there's no time. I'm going to have to breathe, Chris.
Verax rolling right, slings it, dumps it short. That's a first down. A clever pass and a nice run. Post catch by Lorms, and another first down.
Yeah, this is what they want to do. They want to be able to move that ball quickly down the field. Thing is, if you're Ryle, you don't have to have 20, 30-yard passes. Just kind of dink and dunk down the field.
Lorms, his 2nd grab in as many passes, and Ryle from their 49-yard line trying to answer a 9-yard touchdown run for Bayou Behi Bennett. Ryle sideline. And there's the inside handoff. That'll be Savage, and Savage upended for a loss of a couple. Isaiah Watts.
Big hit there. Strung him out wide, and Isaiah Watts went low for a nice tackle there to get no gain.
So Isaiah Watts, 4 interceptions on the season, and this is an elite Bryan Station secondary. And we're going to have a penalty as we come back to live action. No, we don't. A Ryle timeout.
They're actually going to be Bryan Station. They had too many players on the field, so.
Yeah, Ryle was pointed to Ryle. We'll try to rectify it. Will be changed, and the timeout whistled against Bryan Station with 2:02 left in this opening quarter.
Yeah, that's one of those you don't want to burn timeouts in that situation if you don't have to. Of course, you also don't want a penalty, so you had to do it. But those can pay. Those can cost you later on in the quarter and the half.
We will update the score ticker as we can. We will tell you that Frederick Douglass has just scored. Male leads 7-6. Under 2 minutes in the first half. Douglass going to attempt a point after to tie the game. Ballard hosting Central Hardin, and Trinity at home against McCracken County. Those are the other pair of 6A quarters. And Ryle, after a Bryan Station timeout, will have it from the Raider 49-yard line.
The Ryle's itching to go. They said, come on, guys, we got the play call. Let's get snap.
It's a very well-coached offensive football team. As Verax up in the pocket, and he'll twist and turn for a few.
Yeah, looked like almost a called quarterback draw. He didn't hang back there very long, but that also could have been because of the pressure from Station's defense.
The third down coming up.
Big third down here for Ryle.
Verax shotgun. And Verax facing pressure, and he's going to float it. And that ball is picked, and it's big trouble. Intercepted in Bryan Station. Pick six.
Yeah, you just can't make that mistake. You cannot throw that ball just up in the air willy-nilly. Jalen Berry, number 8.
Okay.
Yeah, was just right there. And like I say, he looked like he's going to, if you're going to throw that ball away, you need to throw it into your crowd, Chris. You can't just loft the ball up there. And, boy, I think you could have made that interception and scored on that one, Chris.
Well, it depends on the day, but Berry, a big interception. And those are the plays when you throw the ball a lot against this secondary. Hold is down from Cutright, and Gentry up and in, and Bryan Station back-to-back touchdowns. Ryle football when we come back after this.
I'm Dr. Jenny Millen. I'm owner and chiropractor at Triple Crown Chiropractic and Wellness. I started this practice in 2010, and Traditional Bank is the 4th bank I've tried. After switching, I feel like I'm home. I'm from a small town, and that hometown feel of knowing that they care about where you are now and where you are going in the future, that is a win-win for me.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Jalen Berry, interception, return for a score. We'll take another look right after Zach Gentry kicks this away.
Chris, we talked about a couple things, the turnover battle, the number of passes that Ryle does, and then we talked about the possibility of pick sixes, and that's what we saw there.
And Gentry, a deep kickoff. But, Rick, this interception all started with the pressure up front.
A lot of pressure on that one. I know it's tough, but you almost just want to take the sack. He throws it up in the air, did not get it far enough, and right there just waiting, and that ball, no one touched him down the sidelines.
This is a big drive here for Ryle. They certainly trying to stymie the tide, if you will, in Verax's 2 first-quarter interceptions thrown.
Yeah, again, one of those things. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Sometimes you make those passes, you throw enough of them, and sooner or later you're going to have some troubles. And we talked about the leading 6A team in interceptions is showing why tonight.
Verax in the gun with Savage to his left, and Verax rolling, trying to set up a screen, and does. He'll dump it short. And a gain up to about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, one thing we're seeing right now, Station doing a lot of blitzing here. That's a good play to try to get a quick pass out there, but you got to get some blockers up front and just weren't able to do it, so a short gain on first down.
Gain of about 4 up to the 24. Nice protection by the O-line as Verax slings it short, and that might be a first down as he'll dump it across the 30. And it will be a first down.
Yeah, really good play there. Was able to get outside and just found his receiver right on the sideline.
Ryle going hurry up here. In the belly of Savage. And Savage finding a crease. Or a gain of 4 up to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see with their speed if they try to go one more play in the quarter or if they're just going to take this one into the second quarter. Looks like they're going to wait.
So Bryan Station, a couple of touchdowns in the last 6 minutes, including a pick 6 from Jalen Berry. And after one, they lead Ryle 14-0 on Glycod.com.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Ryle running the football. Quarterback sneak from Logan Verax on second down and long as we welcome you back.
Yeah, I tell you what, one thing, Ryle, they really need to get this first down here. They do not want to give the ball back to the offense.
From the 37-yard line. Landon Lorms, a couple of receptions. He is their leading receiver on the season and certainly a security blanket in the passing game for the Raiders. Zverax, and he's going to sling it down. He's looking for Dylan Lee, and that's picked off. J.T. Haskins Jr. playing center field.
Yeah, 3 interceptions in just a little bit over 1 quarter. Not what Ryle wants to see right now.
And Haskins played that so well as he roams over.
Yeah, and as you talked about, that's just a center fielder. He was watching again. The quarterback's eyes could go either side. That's exactly what he did. Got the interception there. One thing, Chris, we see right here on the sideline is Bennett is not going back in right now. Really, at this point, I don't think there's a need to play him the rest of the night unless it gets close. But it looks like that injury he got in that touchdown is going to cause him to miss some playing time.
J.T. Haskins, his 7th grab of the year. That leads 6A. And Bryan Station really trying to grow some distance between themselves and Ryle on first down at 10 on sudden change. And Washington lunging and powering forward across the 40.
Yeah, just a tough kid to take down, especially if you're going to try to tackle him high. He's just going to keep on going, turning those legs. Good gain there on the first down.
Running on that left side between Gary McCauley, left tackle, left guard is Jaden Randall. Coach Hawkins very high on that offensive line. We're going to give Washington a gain of 7. From the 42. And Cutright Zings it to the near side, and Haskins evading a Raider as Haskins across the 35 to about the 33.
Yeah, you can see he does it on both sides of the ball. Just a really good defender and a really good receiver. Right now, Ryle, they got to come up with some kind of stop. They're able to put pressure on Haskins the first couple series, but right now, Station's offense is having their way.
So JT Haskins, an interception, and then a big 20-plus yard reception. So we slide under 10 minutes in this second quarter. And cut right, an inside handoff. So Washington with another carry getting a lot of work with Bennett on the sideline.
Yeah, he's going to be their go-to back right now. They, as you said, kind of a two-headed monster, but right now Bennett does not even have his helmet.
And a nice blow-up by Ryle. That was Bo Fall from his linebacker spot blowing up that handoff.
Yeah, did a really good job. Just about beat the handoff to Washington in the backfield and was there just to, as you said, blow that play up. Watch him right here. He comes across very easily and just the big hit there.
They're going to mark that for a loss of only a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 8. Is stationed perhaps in 4-down territory inside the Ryle 30. He has cut right, zinging, and drop for a big sack back to the 42-yard line. Dylan Smith, one of about 3 Raiders involved in the play.
I tell you what, that was a huge play because that right there is going to take them out of cut right's hurt also, Chris. He's coming up.
Take another look at this replay.
Gimpy, and I think what happens is he gets bent back right there. Boy, that could be a huge, looks like that knee is really giving him problems.
See if we can get a look at Trenton on the near sideline. It'll be 4th down and long after that sack. Loss of 13 as Zach Gentry will punt for the second time. And Gentry, a high spinning kick. It's going to deflect off a Bryan Station defender. And it will be spotted by the cross official as that ball will be marked dead in the vicinity of the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a big thing right now. Cutright's in the tent there, the UK healthcare provider tent right there. And I tell you what, the way he came off the field, he is really, really limping on that knee. So you have Bennett and Cutright right now, both questionable.
So Bryan Station's defense on the field. They're going to mark this at the 19. And Savage trying to shift outside, and he'll be wrapped up for no gain. Looked like Jason Hawker, perhaps the first to greet him.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere to go on that one. Tried to make a cut back, but just too many defender in the backfield back there.
Looked like a 50 as well. Javon Frazier. Second down and long. Zverax will roll out. Trying to get a block, and he'll angle out for a chunk to bring up 3rd down and medium.
Yeah, once again, right there, Ryle's got to get a first down. You just don't want to get off the field here and give the ball back to Bryan Station.
7:28 left in this first half. 3 takeaways in this first half, one of which results in a Jalen Berry interception and touchdown for Bryan Station. Savage now repositioning to the left as Zverax back to throw. And Zverax will scramble and skirt out for a first down.
Yeah, just couldn't find anyone, but did a good job, was able to move out to the left and get that first down. A very important first down there for Ryle.
A great pickup by Zverax. So we take another look as he just did get sufficient yardage.
Yeah, very smart, running towards the stick, could see it right in front of him and took a step just beyond it.
First down at 10. And a pass to the near sideline looking for Lorms, and Lorms up to get it again for a first down.
Wow, what a great play. He had to not only catch the ball, but he had to get a foot down in bounds and was able to do that just right on the sidelines, as you said. Going to be a little bit hard to see with the defender's bench here, but he makes a great catch there to get a first down.
You can just see the synchronization these two have. Lorms, his third grab as Verax will call his own number again and plow for a couple inside.
Yeah, that was a definitely called quarterback run there. Go ahead and get about 3 or 4 yards, though. Good play on first down.
Under 7 minutes left in this first half. Savage to the left of Verax, and Verax will sling it to the near sideline as they'll dink and dunk their way up the field. That's Lorms, another catch.
Yeah, that one just about 2 yards there, so going to be, again, 3rd and medium here.
For the Bryan Station 49.
It's like the rain has re-ensued, Chris.
Do have some umbrellas popping up beneath us. It's a big third down here. Just over 6 in this second quarter. Frederick Douglass leading Male 14-7 at halftime. And a critical drive looming for Ryle, and they're going to call timeout. You got the sense just something wasn't right on that set, and the Raiders will pause for 30. We'll step aside. Back to Lexington in just a moment on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Chris LeBar and Rick Reams back live tonight in Lexington. Bryan Station on top of Ryle, 14-0, and it's 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. Out of their timeout. This is a big play here, Rick.
Yeah, they had to get this play right, and Savage just wasn't in the right position, so that's why they called that timeout.
Another whistle. And it looked like Station will pause for 30, and we will keep things here as J.T. Haskins Sr., the defensive coordinator for Bryan Station, will make a tweak or two.
Yeah, he saw something. Either he didn't think they were going to run or just saw something he wanted to talk to his team about. So it's always interesting when you have back-to-back timeouts. If I'm Ryle, do I keep the same play or do I change plays? So it's going to be interesting to see what they come out and do here. But both teams know how important this 3rd down is for each of these teams. If Station can get a stop, you know, Ryle may be close to 4-down territory, down 14-0, but if Station could get a stop or a turnover here, really, really would bode well for them.
Ryle football to start the second half as well, so perhaps a chance to string a couple of drives together to get back a little bit closer in this game. Verax needing 5. He will tuck close to being across the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, like you said, he was going to run, didn't see anything, and then threw it at the last second. Looks like they're going to keep their offense out there unless we've seen a lot of teams do some quick kicking this year, Chris, but I'd be surprised here. But as he threw that ball down the field, really got lucky because that ball could have been intercepted there. But right now they're going to have a 4th down. Where he's standing, it looks like he may go ahead and punt it from there.
Gavin Moses is the normal punter. Verax out there, and we'll see. It's a high snap, and this is a big penalty, and it looks like offsides.
So that's going to definitely give them 4th and very close.
Boy, Coach Hawkins not at all happy with his defense, and a free 5 and a big play and an automatic first down.
That was 4th and 6.
Okay, excuse me. Well, the down and distance marker across.
Yeah, they've already changed it, but I don't.
The chains, it will be first down.
Okay.
Two receivers, one top, one bottom. Savage barreling his way for a nice chunk across the 40 to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's a play to remember right there. You had 4th and 6 with them possibly quick kicking or whatever, and ended up giving a first down there, so it keeps this drive going.
So Ryle having some success on the ground on second down and short. That play looked a little bit out of sequence there for a moment.
Yeah, that was an RPO there, and Verex did a really good job of tucking that ball back underneath. Looks like he may have gotten the first down there.
Well, Verex needed the 35, and it looks, for the moment anyway, like he'll be just a tad short.
Yeah, they're going to go for a measurement, looks like here now this time.
So all the air accolades for Ryle on the season, averaging 34 points a game, and Logan Verex tops in 6A passing. He's the school's all-time career passing leader, and yet Ryle having success on the ground this drive.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta change your game plan. If you're having trouble, if you can't get the ball in the air, go ahead and try something different. Going to be interesting also with the rain. Is this going to change their game plan? Are they going to have to put the ball on the ground more?
Chain crew traversing all the way from the far side to the beyond the near hash.
And you know my feelings on that. You can put men on the moon in outer space, but we have to use the same thing, chain gang, for 40 years.
We'll see what the adjustment is here on third down and short.
If I'm Ryle here, I may look at taking a chance down the field, although their down the field passes have been what's hurt them with the interceptions, so they may just kind of get up to the line of scrimmage and get the first down here.
Raiders still 2 timeouts remaining and an abundance of time, over 5 minutes in the half. You get the sense this is a must-score drive for them, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to get 7 points. I mean, you'll take 3, but you really want to get the ball in the end zone here.
Just over 5 left. I formation, Verex. That ball is tapped and batted away. He was trying to find Dylan Lee.
Yeah, they went under center, which they have not done before. Looked like he was going to go for the old quarterback keeper there, the sneak, and then just tried to stand up and throw it, and his arm got hit there. Really good defense by the defenders there. That ball could have been intercepted also because it was just floating up in the air.
Well, that was the freebie you thought about, Rick, on third down and really short. And now under center again, and Verex, he didn't need much.
Well, that ball got loose. Going to be interesting to see who has the ball. Station says they have it, and they come out of the pile with it. Verex never had the ball. He never got the snap under center. We're going to see it on the replay. He just never controls the ball, and Station's right there to get the recovery.
So Bryan Station with their third takeaway in this first half, this on a fumble recovery.
It's a huge, huge play there.
Trenton Cutright will be out there for Bryan Station on this drive.
It's good. That's good news for Station.
Our spotter, John Strange, all on top of that. And Cutright feeding inside to Washington on that wet turf, and he'll pick up about 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see right now, again, as you talked about, 4 minutes to go. If you're Station, I mean, you'll take a quick score, but you also would like to get a long drive here. Washington just powers up the middle to the 40-yard line.
He really wasn't too much of a factor last week versus Tate's Creek. All the abundance of weapons, but tonight this is his kind of game. To the near side in Washington. There's a sneaky hole down the near side, and Washington in.
$60 yards.
And Rick, it didn't look like there was a lot of room on the near side.
I thought he was going to be pushed out of bounds. Watch this right here. Breaks a tackle, and then he is gone untouched from there. 60 yards. And, Chris, I'm not sure if we're at Bryan Station or if we're in Starkville with the cowbells at Mississippi State.
Boy, what a big sequence as Gentry tacks another on. And Ryle had their opportunity. They had a 3rd and short, walk away with no points, and Station scores. And we're back after this on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Kalen Washington, a 60-yard touchdown run, and the Bryan Station defender starting to open things up a bit.
Yeah, and let's talk about what transpired right there. 3rd and short, they're going to fake sneak. They go in, try a pass, it's knocked down. 4th down, they never are able to get the hold of the ball. Turnover there on the fumble recovery, as you said, another turnover for Ryle. 2 plays later, Station down the field for a quick touchdown, 21-0. Still 4 minutes left in the first half.
And certainly with this Ryle offense, they're really never out of a ball game, but they have affected themselves with 3 turnovers in this half as the ball is kicked back and returned. As Ryle will take it across the 20 down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, again, we talk about it every series, but this is a huge series for this Ryle offense. For one, if nothing else, try to take 4 minutes off the clock so Bryan Station does not get the ball back. As you talked about, with 5 minutes to go, could they double up, get a long drive, score, come back, get the ball at the start of the second half? Right now, what you don't want to do is a 3-out is just going to be really, really difficult for their defense to stop this Bryan Station offense.
Raiders a couple of timeouts in their hip pockets, should they so choose. Savage the back as Verax will roll to his left. And Logan Verax out across the 25-yard line on 1st down.
Yeah, they're doing that a lot, rolling him out, getting about 5 yards there. But what happens is they bog down after that. They drew really well on this 1st down, let Verax get out there and run and get some yardage, but then they have trouble on 2nd and 3rd down.
Verax dumps it, needing 5, and Lorms will tap dance out for a 1st down.
Yeah, it looks like right now Bryan Station is playing just a little bit, I wouldn't say a true prevent defense, but right now they're trying to keep everything in front of them. Interesting to see if they're going to kind of turn the screws up and try to get a little bit of pressure on Verax.
It's Landon Lorms, his 4th grab unofficially in this first half. That will pick up a 1st down as Ryle back to work. That's Lorms, Verax again across the 35-yard line.
Yeah, having to do a lot of running tonight. Sometimes if you just can't get that ball down the field, you're just going to have to tuck it and go.
Gain of 3. There's a flag behind the play as Verax, a stiff arm and then shoved out, and there's another flag. Looked like Jason Hawker might have hit him late, but then a flag as well in the backfield.
Yeah, should be offsetting, should be holding, and then a personal foul. Be interesting to see if they call that personal foul dead ball or not.
2 officials conversing, a couple things to work out. as Hocker clearly will be called for unsportsmanlike, or rather a personal foul, and then the foul as well in the Ryle backfield. Only a 5-man crew tonight, which is very unusual for postseason play.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's very interesting because usually with the postseason, they'll even go to games on 2 nights to try to get a full referee crew. But right now, they just don't have that. So still talking over how they're going to call this.
So a hold clearly on Ryle. And then the dead ball, it's going to be a position of field position as to whether the ball will be placed.
Yeah. So they went ahead and marched it 10 yards back and then marched it 15 yards forward. So 2nd and short.
And it wasn't really an overzealous hit by Hocker, but it was late.
Yeah, again. Just as you ride him out of bounds, just let him go. With that, you would have gotten that 10-yard penalty. So you just got to be think the game a little bit more.
2nd down and short. Gavin Lyons is in the backfield. Lyons gets the call, and he'll trudge forward for a 1st down.
Yeah, good job that time. They didn't mess around. Just get up the line, get the 1st down, move on down the field. Still 3 minutes to go in this quarter, so try to get something on the board before halftime.
And again, the Raiders will have the football to start the second half. It's Gavin Lyons' first rush of the evening. It will net 7 and a 1st down from the Raider 47. Now Verix will go to his second read. He'll dump it to Lyons, trying to set the screen up, and Lyons darts back, evading a tackle and slung down the 46-yard line.
Yeah, good job there, Valverde. Go ahead, hold that ball, take one more step back, let the lineman come to you, find your receiver out in the open there, and get about a gain of 6 or 7 yards.
So Lyons touches it on back-to-back plays as Ryle now will have it on 2nd down and medium. And Verix back to throw. There is a flag behind the play as Verix escorted out.
That could be a grounding call also. They're not going to call it, but there was no one out there.
Well, the pick 6 from Barry kind of looks similar in this development of a play.
Yeah, exactly, and that's one. I think they actually called him out of bounds before he threw the ball. But, yeah, you're right. On that play, if you're Verix, again, throw it as far as you can so there's not a choice, not a chance for someone to intercept that.
So 2 holds on this drive for Ryle. And it's going to be marked back near their 40-yard line.
Yeah. Still haven't marked the ball. They're going to go all the way back to the original line.
Some indecision on that far sideline, and now the chain crew, I don't know if they got the message late, but they're going to mark and traverse up to the 44-yard line. So it's 2nd down and 14. And Verix in the backfield dumps it short again, and this back 7 for Bryan Station, perhaps the strength of their team, and it's tough to beat them long.
It is, yeah, and that's one thing you're seeing right now. Ryle's having to really shorten their routes, get some short passes, also getting some pressure in the backfield. But like I say, this back 7 for Bryan Station, it's about one of the best that I've seen this year for sure.
3rd down and 10. Trips to the near side. Verix, it's coughed up. And it looks like it will be scooped up by Ryle.
Yeah, he just lost control of that ball. A really close play there by Ryle. But I tell you what, that's one of those that if you were in the NFL, you would watch and see to see if his arm was going forward there. They'd call that an incomplete tuck play there. But for right now, it's going to be a 4th down there, and Ryle's going to have to punt this ball.
Mike Coleman, the right guard, able to gobble up that fumble. And Bryan Station's going to call their final timeout.
Yeah, they want to have as much time to get their offense down the field as they can and also set up a punt return here. This is where we talked about special teams play could come into play right here.
4th down and 14. Coming up, we will chat with Bryan Station Athletic Director Abby Jackson. Rick will talk with her. We will also update our score ticker, keep you posted on other games. Quarterfinal night, round 3 of the KHSAA playoffs. And a lot of intriguing outcomes to come here over the next couple of hours.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. As you said, all of this plays into hand. Where do you play next week? Who plays who? How's it going to set up to get to Kroger Field? It's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out tonight.
Now, Station, no timeouts, but they want one more drive to perhaps tack one more on here in the final 126 of this second quarter.
Yeah, and if you're Station, do you set up return or do you go for the block here?
Gavin Moses on the punt. And Moses. Oh, that ball is blocked around the edge. It is blocked by Frazier. And a huge play for Bryan Station.
Yeah, he got that big paw out there. That left hand was able to reach it out. Took it right off the kicker's foot, which is exactly how you coach to block a bunt. Watch this. Gets that arm out and just goes right in front of him. A great job. Then he got held, or he could have gotten to that ball, maybe scored, but boy, a huge play. We talked about it. Do you set up the block? Do you set up the return? I don't know if they set it up, but they got the block.
Javon Frazier with the punt block. There aren't many young men that can make that kind of play. In Station set up at the Ryle 20.
21-0, a minute, 18 seconds. They don't, as you just said, they don't have far to go.
2 receivers to the far side as Cutright up under center. And there's Washington. And Washington digging, dragging, and he's close to a first down.
Yeah, if you're Station, you got to get up fast because you don't have any timeouts. Still a minute left, but you don't want to take any extra time here.
Going to mark this inside the 10, so check that. They're not. It's going to be second down and very short. 2nd down and 1.
Got to go ahead and get this play off. Cutright's looking to the sidelines here.
Again, Bryan Station void of timeouts. And it's a bootleg, and Cutright slings it to the far boundary, and an easy touchdown. Damon Green.
Great play there by Cutright. We talked about it. He came limping off the field. He's sprinting to the end zone now, but a really good play, as you said. Went with the bootleg and was able to turn around and find him wide open. You see Green out there shaking his hand, give me the ball, and then a long throw for the touchdown, but a huge play. 27-0 with 35 seconds left in this first half.
Well, Javon Frazier, the orchestrator with the punt block, and Gentry buries another point after. We'll take a quick 30. Bryan Station leading on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Damon Green, 9-yard touchdown reception off the great pass for Trenton Cutright, and a great play call by Coach Hawkins.
Great job there. Just kind of rolled him out. No timeouts there. Let him make his decision. He tried to get one receiver to go far the other way and then turned around and saw Green wide open in the backside of the end zone.
And Ryle really up against it here as Gentry will hook it out of bounds.
Yeah, just didn't want to have a chance for Ryle. Even if you kick that ball out of bounds, that's fine. Make Ryle get good field position, but they got a long way to go with 35 seconds, and I'm just not sure Ryle's going to take a chance because they've had too many turnovers, too many mistakes tonight, and you do not want to go down 35-0 at half.
Bryan Station team, they struggled on the first drive and then cut right through an interception. But beyond that point, it's been utter domination tonight as Ryle will have it at their 35-yard line. Some big scores to report at halftime. That's what we call a tease.
There you go.
First down at 10 is Verex. Great protection as Verex dumps it out of bounds. There was great protection, but there was also great coverage on the back end.
Yeah, it just could not get away, and I tell you what, just really, really good play there by Bryan Station, just not giving up anything.
Take another look. The defenders dropped 8. And Verex, not much going on there on that pass play.
No, when you drop 8, it makes it tough, and Verex could only throw that ball about 3 or 4 yards.
J.T. Haskins Sr., one of the top DCs in high school football, and there is going to be a sack. Gary McCauley.
Boy, that time, they've had some where they've almost got him down there that time, but boy, McCauley, great job breaking through the line, only rushing 3, but he got through there and made a big hit, was able to get him down to the ground. With this, just going to go to halftime down 28-0. Ryle's got to figure something out, Chris.
That's going to take us to the turn. Bryan Station dominating for much of this first half. They lead 28-0. More high school football coverage when we come back on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Did you know that Cartown Kia has one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the region? And did you know that we source vehicles from all over the country? Not only will we pay top dollar for your trade, we'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. So stop in today for a quick and easy appraisal, and while you're here, check out the new Kias arriving daily. There's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. Visit Cartown Kia or shop anytime at cartownkiausa.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Back to Bryan Station High School. It's halftime on Glycod, 28-0. Bryan Station leads the Ryle defenders. I'm Chris Labar along with Rick Reams, and quite the impression this defender defense has made tonight.
I'll tell you what, we talked about it before the game. Could this Ryle team, this team that has so many yards passing, could they do anything against this defensive backfield of Bryan Station? And right now the answer is no. With 3 interceptions and 1 fumble, 4 turnovers in the first half, I tell you what, just a tough game for Ryle, but very impressive job by Bryan Station.
Javon Frazier, that punt block coming around the edge, that's just not a play you're going to see a lot at the high school level.
No, and especially with a kid as big as he is, to able to get back there, get that paw out there, and then, like I say, give his offense a chance to go down the field, score, get this 28-0 lead. And I tell you right now, Chris, Ryle, they've got to figure out something, but what can you do? What are you going to do against a defense like Bryan Station?
And the back 7 has been so good. You've got the interception from J.T. Haskins. Isaiah Watts has an interception, and then the pick 6 for Jalen Berry. And really for quarterback Logan Varex of Ryle, you get the sense he's really not been comfortable at any point this evening.
No, and even we talked about the fact even if he can get loose, get outside one way or the other, he's only able to throw the ball 2 or 3 yards down the field right now. There's just no answers that they have. Their offense, they've tried to run, they've tried different things. I wouldn't be surprised in the second half to see some trick plays. You got to try something to get something on the board. But boy, 28-0. This team is shell shocked, and we talked about the bright lights of this game. Right now, those lights are blinding.
Defenders on top at the turn. Up next, we'll chat with Jay Bordas of Bryan Station High School. He'll join our Rick Reams. That conversation on the other side of this pause from Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity. It's about the best I can put it.
The cost of school is free, actually. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. So you're getting paid to do your job.
You can start off with absolutely no knowledge, and they're going to give you the tools and the foundation to build up from there.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable, and they care about actually making sure you understand the information that they're presenting to you.
So I know that when I go to motor control, Wayne he's passionate about motor control, and he wants you to get it.
But it's really not like school. It's they're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field. So you're able to implement what you're learning almost on the fly. And sometimes you're learning more things in the field. By the time you get into the classroom, it's like, oh, I already know this.
They break the class down into smaller groups on your class day.
If you need help, you can easily look at whoever's sitting next to you and ask them for help. You know, everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This is an organization of brothers and sisters all working together to accomplish a common goal. We work together in the field, and then we become friends on the outside, and it's almost like a family organization at that point.
Nobody I've ever worked with has referred to this job as a job. I went from a job to a life-changing career. So coming out of the apprenticeship program, you can go into a variety of directions with your work. You can become a foreman, you can do motor controls at a manufacturing facility, you can specialize in fire alarm.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
So if you're the kind of person that likes to think things through or see how things work on the inside.
Someone that's detail-oriented, motivated.
I've always seen myself as a hands-on person. Being in an apprenticeship, I'm getting my associate's degree, doing electrical, and being able to do something hands-on.
If you like to build things, this is the place.
It requires you to grow up. be accountable for yourself because, they're going to lay out tools to help you be successful, but it's up to you to, grab those tools and build yourself.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Rick Reams with Glycod. Welcome back to Bryan Station High School, where the defenders are leading the Ryle Raiders 28-0 at halftime. Here right now with Administrator of Athletics Jay Bordas. And Jay, why don't you tell us first of all, what does that title mean? What's your job description?
It's a little bit of everything. Just working with the athletics program. We got the best AD in the city, in the state, Abby Jackson. I work with her. Anything she needs from the administrative team, I'm there to support, whether it's meeting with parents, coaches, the day-to-day stuff, anything I can do to assist.
So let's talk a little bit about what does it mean to this school to be able to host a game like this?
We've been able to do this a couple times. The last few years, we've been pretty hot. When we hired Coach Hawkins, I know the thing that I liked about him was he had success at Doss High School, and I kind of thought that they were similar to us, and I thought that he could do the same thing here. He's been able to get us in some big games. These kids are tough as could be, and it's really a big deal for the alumni more than anything. I think Bryan Station has the most storied football and maybe all sports alumni in Lexington, and they come out to these games and support. They're talking about it in the community nonstop, and it's big for the students, but it's really big for the alumni too.
Yeah, I mean, I see signs that say pride of the North Side, and that's what these alumni, these students take pride in that. Let's talk a little bit about just athletics as a whole at Bryan Station. What do you see that you're excited about?
Well, I'm also the assistant boys basketball coach, so I'm very excited about that. We had a really good summer. We went 16-1. We lost one game in overtime, one of those summer games. I think the game was about a minute and a half overtime, running clock. But we got a really good team coming back. Only lose one senior from last year, and I think we're going to really surprise some people in the 11-3s. I think we're picked, in the top 4 or 5, but I think we really have a shot. But I tell you what, all our athletics teams, our cheerleaders just won their second region championship, back-to-back region champs. Baseball, I love our baseball coach. Coach Hagan's in his second year, and he's doing great things along with our softball coach, Hector Urbaneja. Everything's going good. And Abby, I got to credit her again. We were just talking about how every sport has a brand new scoreboard, or is getting the new scoreboard. Just putting a lot of work in. We got great weight room, great facilities, and everything's just on the rise right now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, I played basketball at Henry Clay in the early 80s, and when we played over here, it was a lot different playing over here. I played in the year with Keith Berry and all those guys. They were number 1 in the state. We were number 2 in the state. At that time, they didn't seed the district. We drew them in the first round. We lost, but there's a lot of history there with that, and I think as you talked about, just the pride that these people have. And what do you see? Do the kids buy into that? Do the kids that are playing now, do they understand that?
Absolutely. I'm a Henry Clay grad too. I played basketball and coached there for several years. But, I think the pride over here is something else. I I mean, we got some – you look out here at these football guys. I tell them every day. I'm also the dean of students, so I do discipline. I tell them every day, thank you for being such a good human being, because there's no way I could pull you off of somebody if you guys were not. But they do. And I think our football guys lead the school, and kind of the way they approach the game of football is the same way they approach things in the classroom and in the hallways, and that carries over in the school. And everybody kind of picks up on that and picks up on the pride. And when you're winning, I've always said – when your football team wins, it can kind of change the course of your school year. And so far, we've had a great school year and a great start to the football season. So I think it relates.
Well, and you're talking about being the dean of students also. And let's be honest, when I was growing up, my dad always told me, Rick, athletics ends somewhere. What are you going to fall back on? So being the dean of students is so good to hear about that. But let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about some of the other parts of this school that maybe not the athletics that maybe people don't know about.
Yeah, and I tell you one thing is our test scores just got released in the state, and it's the best test scores we've had at Bryan Station in the history of the school. Our principal, Eric Hale, has done a really good job of coming in here and building this thing up and working together. Our administrative team gets along so well, and just it's a team, and we fight for each other, and the kids and the staff pick up on that, and it's been a really good start to the year, and we just, I don't know, there's something special about Bryan Station. I after working here, I think this is my 7th year, I can't imagine working anywhere else.
Well, that's so good to hear. And let's talk a little bit more about this football team. Last year made it to the semifinals. You know, that's not your goal. You want to get beyond that. How do you see this team right now?
I love this team. This group of seniors right here, when they came in as freshmen, I knew were special. I tell Jason Hawker every morning, he walks through the metal detectors, that he's my inspiration. He's the reason I get up at 4:30 and work out every day, because I want to look like him when I grow up. But these guys are great, and I think they got a great chance to go to Kroger Field and make a little noise.
There you go. Well, Jay, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming up and joining us. We'll be right back on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
First responders do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Back to Bryan Station High School in Lexington. Chris Labar along with Rick Reams. Take a look at the scoring summary presented by Community Action Council. Bayubehi Bennett getting the scoring started on a 10-yard touchdown rush. Then perhaps the biggest play in this game thus far, the Barry pick-six.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was just one of those. Again, you just can't make that throw, but Barry caught it out of the air and then just had a wide-open walk into the end zone from there and just really turned the tide of this game.
Kalen Washington, 60-yard touchdown rush. And then very late in the second quarter, Damon Green, an 11-yard touchdown reception Take a look at the halftime stats, at least a few of them, presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it right there, just the pass yards, only 72 yards for Ryle, just not a big passing night. With Bryan Station, we talked about it, the rushing game, 120 yards. But the big thing there is just the turnovers. You know, you have 4-1 right now in favor of Bryan Station, and you see it on the scoreboard, 28-0.
So it will be Ryle football to start this second half. And certainly some major adjustments needing to be made on that far sideline.
You know, Chris, the one way you look at this with if you're Ryle, you got nothing to lose literally right now. So you just, you throw everything you can at Station and see what happens. And what you got to watch for is if Station can get a score and get up and go ahead and get a continuous clock, that's what Station would love to do, get this game over with quick.
Well, in talking with Coach Hawkins before the game, there's certainly scenarios where Station could be at home next week. A couple of things would have to happen, but that is certainly in play. But they have to take care of their own business, and certainly for the first half tonight, they've done just that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they didn't come out looking over anyone. They've come out, they've played their game, they've done what they need to do, and then this defense, who has just been vaunted all year, just impressive.
Gentry's kick will be a little bit short and cradled at the 10. That's Gavin Lyons on the return, and Lyons will take it finally.
Wow.
Just shy of the 35-yard line.
You know, you've heard before of a quick whistle, but that time there was absolutely no whistle. They were going to let him go all the way to the ground before they called anything.
Take a look again as Lyons moving that pile.
I mean, that clock could have gone all the way down to about 8 minutes the way that thing was going. They just kept on going.
So the Ryle offense from the 32. Logan Verax, 9 of 17, 3 interceptions in the first half. Screen to Lyons, and Lyons lunging across the 37-yard line.
That's one thing. If you're Ryle, that's a good way to go ahead and get some yardage is not try to throw it down the field. Throw it a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. That way the back seven of Station can't get there.
He'll pick up about 5. Lions' second grab of the game is Verax under duress.
Another hold.
There's a flag.
Yeah, a lot of hold there. It's just when Verax tries to kind of scramble around there, their big offensive linemen are not having much success keeping Bryan Station from breaking loose, and they're just grabbing hold.
Yeah, Tenari Brown was held, and you could spot it from about 10 rows up north, as you'll see here. Brown is 77.
Yeah, just hooked him with the arm there. But, what you're trying to do there is keep your quarterback from getting hit, and that's what he did there. But called a pretty easy hold there on Mike Coleman.
Only the third penalty of this game for Ryle as the line of scrimmage now perched at about the 26-yard line. We'll mark this back at the 29-yard line with one receiver top and one bottom for Ryle. Savage, the back, is Verax. Pressure up the middle, screen to Savage, and Savage breaks one tackle, and he'll sneak up for a few up the near sideline.
That's one thing that Ryle had to know. Bryan Station's going to continue to bring the pressure, trying to get some yardage there off a short screen pass. But, boy, I tell you what, 3rd and long, really, really important 3rd down here for Ryle to keep their offense on the field.
3rd down and about 9. The hold on this drive has really been a detriment to Ryle as they try to get some positive momentum. This Verax, nice pass pro again, and Verax creasing his way up the field as he'll weave his way for a 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, he just took a long time to get out of there, but once he started to make that run, as you said, good description, he weaved his way up, found that 1st down marker, and keeps the sticks moving and keeps the ball for Ryle. See him here, right here, makes one more move and gets across.
It's a big first down for Ryle to continue this drive. And Varex again rolling left and sprinting close to a first down as he outrushed Jason Hawker in open spaces.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's really getting outside there, and right now that's about the only choice he has. He just can't find any receivers open. Watch him run all the way across the field, and then right here makes one move and decides to go up, and as you said, very close to a first down there.
Well, and I think if you're J.T. Haskins Sr., you want Varex to try to beat him with your legs and not your arm. 6A's leading passer on the year. It's second down and short. And there's a screen, and that ball's caught by Savage, enough for a first down as he'll break a tackle and take it up to the 36-yard line, and that's a gain of 15 yards.
I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing their game plan in the second half is not to try to go down the field too much, just kind of get little passes, short passage, and move the ball down the field that way, but you can't shoot yourself in the foot with any more penalties.
First down at 10, Varex. And a first down. It looked like Lorms. No, that's the Lions. Excuse me. Lions still on his feet. And it's going to be a Ryle touchdown.
Boy, I tell you what, I don't know. It looked like, I think everyone thought he'd gone out of bounds, but they didn't call it. Great play there, just keeping his feet in bounds and just going up the field. Watch it here. It looks like right there they thought he was going to be out of bounds, and he just bends down and just runs through the tackle and gets into the end zone.
So Gavin Lyons, his second touchdown reception of the season, and Ryle badly needed that one. As Josh Line, 41 of 42 on extra points, will attempt Landon Lorms as the holder. And a botched hold, it looks like, and that play is going to be blown dead. So Bryan Station scoops it after the botched punt, or rather the botched hold, and a 28-6 lead.
Yeah, what if college or pros could have gone down the field for two, but that one just blew it dead there.
So we will keep things here as Bryan Station will have the football, and Ryle, credit to them for a big response to start this second half.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been very easy just to give up and just figure we can't do anything, can't move the ball down the field. And you talked about it even after the holding penalty that really set them back. They were able to get that third down on the scramble, get the first down, and then after that just move the ball down the field. That the scoring play, really good move, get the ball down the field, get on the board, and just see what happens now.
21-14, Frederick Douglass leading Mail that game now. 10 minutes remaining. If you're bouncing back and forth on Glycod, that certainly a very intriguing matchup between the last pair, if you will, of finalists over the last few years.
Boy, what just a great game. I didn't know if Douglas could go down there and do it, but right now they are putting it to them a little bit.
Talking with Glycod's Joe Cox this week, trying to figure out the last time Douglas would have played on grass at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Mail. And here's the Bryan Station return. It's going to be Barber, and Kamani Barber with a great return up across the 40.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Ryle is kicking that ball to defenders right now. If I'm them, I'd try to kick out of the end zone. If not, I'd even take a penalty kicking it out of bounds because Barber almost was able to break that one.
Got an infraction just out of your view. The white hat, Steve Schumacher, going to walk it back some.
Yeah, way back. They're taking it from a spot foul. Spot was about the 22-yard line, so hold or something. I didn't see the call, but it's going to take it back 10 yards.
Well, that hold must have occurred
behind the play.
At the 22, so they're going to mark this at the 10. It's still 1st and 10. But a delayed launching point for Bryan Station. Trenton Cutright, senior quarterback for Station, 3 of 5 with an interception and a touchdown in the first half for 53 yards. Washington powering, and there's Kalen Washington breaking tackles. Jet out of the cannon for a first down.
A flag comes in there. I think that's a horse collar or a face mask one. That's the only way they could get him down, Chris.
Washington sprung out of a cannon on this handoff.
And you said it so well tonight. This is his kind of game. And right here, I think is like I say, either the horse collar or the face mask. That's going to be 15 yards added on to the end of the play. Yeah, they called a face mask on it.
Washington, 109 rush yards in the first half. Of course, he had the 60-yard touchdown run, and now
I'm not sure why they're not marking this penalty off.
Is there a 5-yard face mask instead? But
I don't see that they added any yardage.
I'm not sure these guys out there got the memo. There's a flag, and there's some sort of repercussion when you throw a flag.
You just don't say you can't do that.
There's Washington again, and there's Kalen Washington. He'll pick up another 15 yards at least.
You know, it's so nice to have a back like that where you can just work him, and he's just going to keep on coming back. He wants the ball again. The GRC transfer is just having a great game tonight.
I would like the explanation on the preceding play, but Washington barreling nonetheless. The first down and 10. Thanks to our great corporate partners on Glycod, including Bluegrass Community Technical College, Kentucky Army National Guard, just to name a few. From the 44. And Washington, the hot hand, as he'll be slung down for a nice pickup across the 40.
Yeah, if you're Ryle, you're going to have to figure out a way to stop him, because that's one of those. I just say keep on feeding him until you can stop him, and right now they just can't do it.
Gain of 5, second down. This Bryan Station football team trying to go to back-to-back semifinals. Losing on this field in that round last year versus Bullitt East.
Heartbreaking loss. Keith Elkins and I were here last year and just had that game till the very end.
Oh my, and Cutright is dropped. Sacked. Jacob Savage with Ryle's second sack of this game.
Yeah, Savage back there, and that's one thing, Station. I think what they try to do, fake that ball to Washington, see if you can't get a receiver open downfield. But, boy, Savage broke clean again. Second time he's been able to do that tonight.
Loss of 7. So Station laboring a bit in the first 5 minutes of this second half. From the Ryle 46. And Cutright. And there he goes. And Cutright. Enough for a first down. Needed 12 on third down, and we've seen him do that all year long.
Yeah, I got 13, and that's what we talked about. You pick your poison. Do you let him throw that time? The amazing thing to me is he's 8 yards down the field, and he fakes that throw and just gets the defender to jump. I'm not sure why, because he can't do that. He can't throw it from there, but, boy, a great play there. And like you said, needed 12, got 13 for the first down.
A critical movement of the chains for Station as this drive will continue on from the Ryle 33-yard line. Here's Washington to the meat of the field. He's looking for his companions, and Washington loose down the near sideline. Touchdown!
They just not had any answer for him there. 33-yard touchdown after a 60-yard touchdown. Has just moved at will tonight. Watch him here. Once he gets outside, right there, breaks through, gets to the corner, tries to push him out of bounds, just keeps his balance and gets in the end zone. What a great night.
He got an outstanding trailing block as Gentry got 2 great place kickers here tonight. Gentry and Line have only missed 2 PATs combined on the year. Gentry tacks another on, and Bryan Station with an answer. We're back after this on Glycod.
It's your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. or browse their inventory at CartownKiaUSA.com. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires.
Kalen Washington, another lengthy touchdown run as Gentry's kick a little bit short. Gavin Lyons still on his feet. He'll lunge across the 25 as we take another glance at this Washington touchdown.
As you said, watch the blocking down the field here. As he breaks through here, gets a block right outside there. Just a really good job by the receivers down the field, getting blocks, not penalties, but getting great blocks, spring him into the end zone. Those are things they'll talk about in whenever their film session is, whether it's in the morning or where. But I tell you what, just an overall, just a dominating performance right now on both sides of the ball for Station. It'll be interesting to see if their defense kind of bows up now and says, we're not going to let you score again like you did that last drive.
Logan Varex back out there for Ryle. Empty set on first down at 10, and Varex had some success with his feet, and he'll duck out just a couple yards short of a first down.
And you need to give the Bryan Station linebackers and secondary on those plays not taking a big hit out of bounds, which sometimes you make the mistake. They did that once in the first half, but you can see he moves outside here, and then as he turns up the field right there, just make sure you run him out of the bounds before he gets that first down. So second and short for Ryle.
Gain of about 7 for Varex. Under 6 minutes in this third quarter. Varex studying his options, and he's going to scramble for a first down. That's a great run as he'll dart back to the left and move the chains.
Yeah, on that one, he stayed back as long as he could, just could not find a receiver. That's one of those where if you could have gotten a sack, it would have been a defensive sack. But as you said, Varex did a great job of getting up, getting that first down.
And the Ryle Raiders back to live action as they go hurry up on first and 10. And there's a flag, and that's a very good call, as clearly the defender with a lot of receiver.
Yeah, and he hit him way early there. Looks like Jordan Haskins was out there and just was kind of had his hands all over him and just hit him early, and that's, like you said, pretty easy call. When you see two flags coming in from two different officials in two different areas of the field, you know that's a pretty easy call to make. But, Chris, we saw it on the last one. Let's see if they march this one off or if they just decide to let it go. It looks like they're going to march it off. Can you tell my sarcasm?
Haskins has had such a great season as a freshman, and what a bright future. So many players, and I know the Ryle head coach, Coach Engler, talking about all the young players in that program.
Yeah, he's very excited about the future of his program.
First down at 10. Varex darting to the left, and that ball going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it was intercepted, but he just couldn't come down with his feet in bounds. So Varex, I tell you what, he's just got to watch himself on those plays. But right now, he's really, I mean, you can say he's running for his life on every play here. Those legs have got to be getting tired. And with throwing, you throw a lot with your legs. So going to have to watch him.
Second down at 10. From the Bryan Station 40. Now Varex again slings it across, and that ball's going to be caught for a first down. Be Dylan Lee, his first catch of the night.
Yeah, good job there by Varex. Found Lee, who was open down the field. You know, Varex, he only has 110 carries on the year for 382 yards, but boy, tonight he's getting a lot of carries.
That's Lee's 44th catch of the year. First down and 10 Ryle. Now Varex crafting his way up the near sideline and tripped up from behind. He's going to pick up a first down inside the 9 up to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now this Ryle offense with Varex just kind of rolling out, seeing if he can find receivers. If he can't, he's able to tuck that ball and get a lot of good yardage here. That's what he did there, was able to get all the way down, as you said, about the 9-yard line to get first and goal.
First down and goal. Out in the flat, and that ball is caught, and Lorms will traipse in for a touchdown.
Yeah, another score there. Lawrence caught the ball, was able to get in the end zone, but boy, I tell you what, Zay White had a tackle out there, but just could not hold on to him.
Well, due to the botched hold on the preceding point after, I think this is a 2-point give here for Ryle as they'll try to elect a 2-point try to reduce this to a 21-point and 3-touchdown margin. As Verex running out of options, heaves it in the end zone, and that ball is going to be, what's the call, guys? It looks like it's incomplete.
Yep, so failed on that one. So once again, 35-12, but if you're Ryle, you've got to come up with a stop now.
So 23-point margin, still ample time left in this game. That was Landon Lorm's 13th touchdown reception of the season. And for Logan Verex, his 28th touchdown pass. Give him 66 for his career.
That's just, those are gaudy numbers there, but just hasn't had quite the success. These two drives, though, in the third quarter, they've been able to put both times in the end zone. Haven't been able to get the extra point of the 2-point conversion. But, again, their defense is going to have to come up somehow with the stop. If I'm stationed, I tell my upbacks on these kickoffs to watch for onside kick because I wouldn't put it past Ryle to try to get that ball again.
Mail has scored to reduce the deficit to 1, 21-24, 17 remaining. As the squib kick scooped up by Damon Green, and Green retreating, and he'll jet across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good job there. He turned about 3 different ways and finally found a little bit on the sideline to get up the field. No penalty that time.
See what this Ryle defense can do here. They've had some success pressuring Cutright tonight.
They just haven't had any answer to Washington. That's the issue. And right now, if I'm Bryan Station, I don't even take a chance. I just ride Washington all the way down the field and see if they can stop him. If they can, then I'll try something else. But until then, I'm going to go with him.
Try to shorten this game. And certainly Washington, we've seen a little bit of Bennett tonight. He did have a touchdown rush of 10 yards in the first quarter. But it's certainly been a Kalen Washington-type ball game from the Bryan Station backfield as Cutright will roll to the left and a high pass to a wide-open target.
Yeah, I had him out there, but just kind of had to throw it a little bit too high.
Looks like Jalen Berry was the intended target. And one of the uncharacteristic high throws tonight from Cutright.
Yeah, that again, I think that was caused a little bit by the pressure. You can see hands were up, threw it just a little bit high. Got to watch those high throws because sometimes defensive backs are going to be trailing those plays and get interceptions there.
4:28 to play in this third. Washington to the near side. This will barrel out and stay in bounds and pick up extra yardage.
Yeah, on that one, I think Ryle thought he was just going to go out of bounds, decided not to, and was able to get up the field there and get another first down.
And Washington, a gain of about 17 as they'll mark it at the 48. Inside handoff. New ball carrier that time across midfield.
Yeah, good job there by Ryle's defense that time. They were able to kind of tie everything up.
No, excuse me, it was Washington with the tote. Gain of about 4 yards.
Yeah, even with that, you've got to give this offensive line a lot of credit. They pushed that defensive line back to get that 4 yards. .324 in this third quarter.
One receiver top, bottom. There's Washington inside, and he'll break first contact. What's impressed you the most about him tonight, Rick?
Just the way the how hard he runs, even after getting hit, trying to be pushed out of bounds. And on plays like that, he just keeps those legs churning. He's just not going to go down. They try to tackle him high, try to tackle him low, and also ball security. He's not even come close to putting the ball on the ground tonight.
Third down and short. Big play for both these teams. And how's the cadence by Trenton Cutright?
Boy, I tell you what, that's exactly what they wanted to do. Get a first down the easy way. Get an offsides on the defense. And Ryle, I know they're excited. They want to get that stop. Boy, you just can't make that mistake because this drive just now continues after that 5-yard penalty.
We had Bryan Station commit one of those earlier in this game, resulting in a first down for Ryle. This time, Ryle commits the infraction and a 5-yard freebie. High snap, and Cutright able to gobble it up. And here he comes. Cutright crafting his way up the near sideline, and a first down.
Yeah, good job there by Cutright. As you said, a high snap there, was able to bring it down, made one move outside, faked the pass, and got up the field for a first down. And he got a really great bounce. That ball bounced right back up to him here, looked for a pass, and then made a cut all the way across the field, and able to get that first down yardage.
For the most part, Ryle has kept him in check with his feet, but certainly a couple of back-breaking rushes, including a 13-yard run on 3rd and 12 earlier in this half. There's the hand to Washington. And he'll prod forward for a couple up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he was able there. He was going to take that ball outside, made a stop on the dime, and just turned it up the middle to get those extra couple yards.
Enjoyed your conversation with Jay Bordas at half.
Yeah, we appreciate him coming up and talking to him. Did not realize a fellow Henry Clay graduate, but good to talk to him and just hear about the positive things at this school going on at Station.
Boys basketball team, big things expected from them this winter. 2nd down and 5. Washington scooting forward for a couple again.
Yeah, the city should be a really strong basketball this year with Douglas, with Bryan Station. Had some positive pops last year from some of the other teams, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes down as that's getting ready to get started.
Under a minute left in this 3rd quarter. Station obligated to run one more play in this quarter.
And Station is there in absolutely no hurry right now.
And we do have a whistle. And it will be a Station pause. We'll step aside. 30-second break, 3rd down and short. Bryan Station when we come right back.
I'm Dr. Jenny Millen. I'm owner and chiropractor at Triple Crown Chiropractic and Wellness. I started this practice in 2010, and Traditional Bank is the 4th bank I've tried. After switching, I feel like I'm home. I'm from a small town, and that hometown feel of knowing that they care about where you are now and where you are going in the future, that is a win-win for me.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Chris Labar, Rick Reams, Joe O'Melion on camera, Steve Bird, our executive producer. Welcome back to Bryan Station High School Defenders. They led 28-0 at half. Ryle has scored twice in this 3rd quarter. And now Station with the football leading. It's 3rd down and short inside the Ryle red zone. Washington gets the call. A numbers game, and Washington powering forward. He might be just a little short.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a 4th down, and Station will definitely go for this. But as you said, Chris, I think they may take this into the 4th quarter.
So it will be 4th down and 1 from the 17. And Station electing to watch the final seconds evaporate off this third quarter clock. 6A quarterfinals. Bryan Station 12 minutes away from their second straight trip to the semifinal. They lead Ryle. And more live football when we come right back.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
So 4th down and short from the Ryle 17 is certainly within the depths of a Zach Gentry field goal. His long is 40, and you're up 23. We know how Coach thinks. That offense staying out there, Rick.
That's what he even said that in your interview, Chris. He said he should have more field goals, but he said, I just don't do that.
He didn't think for a moment of sending Zach out there as Cutright rolls. Trying to get a couple, and he's got a first after the burst. Touchdown.
Boy, they had one chance in the backfield to get him. Just could not get him in the backfield, get him down, busted up that sideline. See here, great move right here. A little bit of hesitation, almost had him, then was able to cut outside, gets to about the 5-yard line right there, cuts it back inside and walks into the end zone.
Now we'll see Zach Gentry, and Cutright will stay on as the holder. Hold is down, and Gentry tacks another on. Bryan Station, a big score. They now lead by 30. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Trenton Cutright on for the touchdown rush. We'll take another look after the Zach Gentry kickoff. As the lead now swells. They've only got to 41 points on the board. It should be,
I think it should be 42.
42. I thought that kick from Gentry was in. Try to get that confirmed. After the touchback and another glance at the Cutright scramble for 6.
Again, watch this. He gets into the backfield here. He has a Ryle defenders right there, but just can't bring him down. And once he gets outside, breaks containment, makes one move, gets up the field and into the end zone.
So the Ryle offense from their 20. 1:33 left in Louisville. Douglas leading 21-20. Douglas kicked the point after to tie it. Douglas was offsides. Mail then went for 2 and didn't get it.
Didn't get it, boy.
Varick's slinging it, and he's got a target across the 45-yard line, and that's going to be Lorm squirming across midfield and a gain of 30.
Yeah, the first time tonight that Lorms has been able to get behind the defense. A nice throw there. Get the ball all the way down the field for a big gain.
Verix. Plenty of time to throw, and now there's none. Looked like McCauley might have gotten a sack, or at least part of one.
And that's the good thing there, right there. A great job by the defensive backs there not to give any room at all. So right now, just really second and long here for Ryle.
Second down is Verix. Guns it across the middle, and that ball's intercepted. Intercepted. The fifth takeaway tonight for Bryan Station. And Kalen Adams in.
Pick six. We talked about it. 2 of those tonight. When you throw so much, when you live by the sword, sometimes you die by the sword. And tonight, that's been Ryle's downcoming.
Keelan Adams, another defender pick six.
Not just a great interception, but a great run back afterwards. Put some jets on there. Great job by Bryan Station.
So this game now becomes a running clock. And Gentry, 6 for 6 on point afters tonight. And Bryan Station in full control.
I'll tell you what, Gentry now 58 for 59 on the year, extra points, leading 6A at the start of the game with 51. And watch this, reaches up, but watch this. I'm more impressed with the big man, with the run back. Gets to the 20-yard line right here, breaks a tackle, and gets all the way into the end zone. And you know he's going to be talking about that one for years, Chris.
Bryan Station coming into the season, 16 interception. They were tied with a couple of teams in 6A. I believe that's their fourth pick tonight.
And again, one of the keys we talked about was could they increase, could they keep that turnover margin? And boy, Chris, the first turnover they had, we thought, uh-oh, but then all of a sudden they've just turned it on. 4 interceptions, a fumble recovery, plus 4 on the night on turnovers.
A booming kick, and Gentry on with another touchback, and he is quite the weapon on special teams.
I tell you what, we talked about the fact that Ryle really needed to have that, but with Gentry being able to get that ball in the end zone, just very, very impressive. Just really, really speaks well for this Bryan Station team. And Chris, you talked about it on the offensive side, on the defensive side, and then also special teams. This team right now is clicking on all cylinders.
Douglas looks like they're going to hang on by a point. They just take a knee.
Wow.
That's a huge win for that program.
That is. What a huge, I'm not going to say an upset, but a huge win.
And Ryle with a pitch out in the flat. It will be a completion for no gain, caught by Gavin Lyons.
And I tell you what, you know one thing, this Bryan Station team would love another opportunity at Douglas.
Ballard leading Central Hardin 21-3, so perhaps Bryan Station at Ballard next week with Douglas at Trinity. As that pass across the middle, looks like it will be caught. That was Lorms again.
I'll tell you what, Lorms, he's had a big night tonight. Really tall kid, really good receiver, and just had a big night tonight.
So Douglas by a point. Bryan Station trying to advance as well as Verix back to throw on first down and 10. Scoots up, and he'll perhaps take a loss of a yard.
Yeah, and on that, with the continuous clocks, you step out of bounds, and the clock still keeps on going. So, yeah, just big night for the 2 Lexington schools. And as you said, Chris, both these teams, both Lexington schools could be headed. Douglas going back to Louisville and Station heading to Louisville.
Douglas winning at Trinity earlier this season. Rocks now start a freshman quarterback, Zane Johnson. Lots of fodder here this week as that ball's caught across the middle. Nice catch. That's Grady Reynolds, his first catch of the night, 48 on the year.
Boy, that's another thing you have to give these defensive backs credit for. A lot of these receivers, huge number of catches, and just haven't been able to get anything tonight.
Now Verex. And just great coverage as he'll dump it out for an incompletion.
Yeah, even with a continuous clock with 6:30 going, Station's defensive back, their back seven, is just not giving up much of anything.
Coming up at the conclusion of this game, Rick and I will have our Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. One student athlete from each team will be recognized for their outstanding achievements this evening. Second down and long, and Verex, little hitch fake and incomplete. He tried to find Sebastian Beck.
Yeah, Beck did a really good job. He threw those arms up in the air like he was being held and wanted to try to get the flag, but the referees didn't call it. So we got a 3rd and long here for Ryle, definitely with 5 minutes, 51 seconds left. You're in 4-down territory here, so I think that's why they tried a long pass there on second down, see what they can come up with.
From the 49, Verex behind the line of scrimmage, and that's a great pitch ahead for a first down to the 28-yard line. J.T. Haskins Jr. will be credited with a stop as Gavin Lyons with a reception.
Station's just moving a lot of different players in right now, letting everyone get a little bit of touch of that field.
Just over 5 minutes remaining. Verex rolling. And he'll be pressured for an incompletion. That was Javon Frazier.
Good job there. Just kept after him. Did not give up. Couldn't get the sack back there, but forced a short pass there.
From the 28.
Chris, going back to that Douglas game, you've always heard the old adage, you don't take points off the board. And that's what Mail did. Took points off the board, could have gone to overtime, tried for 2, didn't make it, and lose that game. Boy, that's going to be something you relive.
They have had so many difficult losses as that Mail team over the last handful of years. Lost the last 4 state championship games. Little trickeration as Verex from Lorms, and Verex will inch up the near sideline.
Lorms wanted nothing to do with that ball, Chris. He got rid of that one as quickly as he can, and I think Verex was just like, what? I don't think I'm supposed to have it yet. But again, a little trickeration here, but watch right here. Lorms just gets rid of that as fast as he can. He gets his first completion of the night.
So 3rd down and long. Station will move on. And they'll head down I-64 next week. Verex rolling. And he will sling it. And that ball is incomplete.
Yeah, did a really good job trying to get those feet down, but just too far out of the sidelines. And like you said, an incomplete there. Incomplete pass. Grady Reynolds, a good job. We talked about Coach Engler talked to me in the preview, in the interview before the game, about just the effect that Grady Reynolds has had since he's been forced to play on both sides of the ball, but just couldn't get the feet down, so 4th down here.
This perhaps the final play offensively for Ryle this season from the 31 of Bryan Station as Verex awaits the snap. Now he'll flip it short, and just too much pressure, and it will be incomplete.
That pretty much sums up the whole night. Just too much pressure. Couldn't get a good pass away. And this passing team, who had done everything all year, the leading 6A passer in the state, just had a rough night. And as you said, his night's now over, and this game is over. And Bryan Station going back to their 2nd straight semifinals in 6A.
New running back for Bryan Station, It'll be Teandre Clark Jr. as he's in the backfield, and Jackson Branham under center. And that's Clark. Third on the depth chart, and he'll spring forward across the 40 to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I think one thing that Bryan Station, one question I have, is Bennett going to be able to play? Did he just not come back in tonight because they didn't need him, or could he not play because of the injury he's got after scoring a touchdown, which is a tough way to get an injury?
We'll talk much more about some of the semifinal matchups, at least after the completed outcomes from the quarters are complete. We'll have that at the conclusion tonight. So Ballard will host Bryan Station. Both teams in the semis last year, as Branham weaves his way up the near sideline.
They still have Cutright.
Oh, they do,
there.
don't they?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with that. I heard some of the fans in front of me saying the same thing. Just with the way he came up gimpy one time, I would just get him out. But there's a reason they still have him in there. So it's a coach's decision.
Gain of 6 for Cutright. Final home game of the regular season, or of the season for Bryan Station tonight. And they're going to take a knee and move on to the semifinals. And congratulations to the defenders.
Big win tonight over a tough Ryle team.
2 class programs, 2 great head coaches to meet at the 50. And tonight, Bryan Station moves on over a good Ryle team, 49-12. More high school football when we come back to Lexington after this on Glycod.
Did you know that Cartown Kia has one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the region? And did you know that we source vehicles from all over the country? Not only will we pay top dollar for your trade, we'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. So stop in today for a quick and easy appraisal, and while you're here, check out the new Kias arriving daily. There's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. Visit Cartown Kia or shop anytime at cartownkiausa.com.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Back to Bryan Station High School in Lexington. The Defenders move on to the semifinals. 49-12 winners tonight over Ryle. And after a sloppy start for the Defenders, they really dominated much of this game.
Yeah, this game wasn't close, as you said. After a sloppy start, a turnover there, Cutright throws an interception, but after that, they're just Ryle had no answer. You asked me before the game what I thought. I thought this game would be close, maybe a 10 to 14 point win by Bryan Station, but they proved me wrong. They got a continuous clock there midway through the fourth quarter and got a 49-12 victory, and now their road to the state finals continues.
It sure does. They likely, that game still going on. Ballard's game still going on. The matchup likely next week will be at Ballard as we update the ticker. What impressed you the most tonight, Rick, about Bryan Station?
Just their overall performance, offensively, defensively, special teams. They were a special team total the entire night. The offense, they were able to move the ball down the field. Washington, Ryle had no answer for them. The back seven of the defense just did not give up passing yardage against the top 6A passer. And then on special teams, they made no mistakes. Went 7 for 7 in extra points, 58 for 59 on the year for extra points. Kicked the ball out of the end zone. I tell you what, Chris, just a very, very strong, dominant effort, and it just shows the type of athletes that this school has.
Well, in talking with Coach Hawkins before the game, we discussed the fact that Ryle likes to throw the ball so much, and when you do that against such a strong back seven, you leave the door open to give up some big plays.
Yeah, and we're just not talking about 4 interceptions, 5 interceptions, but 2 pick sixes, something we talked about in the pregame. We talked about the keys to the game. Could Station keep up that turnover margin? They were able to tonight. Could their defense come in, stop this passing game? They were able to do this tonight. And then on Ryle, the other side, could they contain special teams? They actually did pretty good with that. But the killer to them tonight was the fact that I don't know if it was the bright lights or what, but this team, it was just athleticism A versus athleticism B, and athleticism A won out.
Sure did. Bryan Station moving on to the semifinals for the second straight year. They defeat Ryle 49-12. More programming ahead on GlyCod.com. We'll be right back.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Last season, GlyCod streamed over 160 games. As our presence grows throughout Kentucky and Southern Indiana, we have a need for production, sales, and social media support. If you've ever wanted to pursue a career in the fast-paced world of broadcasting but didn't know how, these opportunities could be for you. For more information, please contact info@glycod.com.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back to Bryan Station High School. The Defenders move on tonight, defeat Ryle 49-12. This is Bryan Station's 10th win of the season, and Ryle's season will fall at 8-5 to wrap things up. And this program perhaps outmatched tonight. A lot to look forward to in Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, you learn a lot from these games right now. You know, you got to learn that you can't always just come in with one game plan. Stick with that. They tried some different things. They had to. They were forced to. And I tell you what, this team tonight, you know, you go back to Northern Kentucky, you're licking your wounds. But they had a great year. And as Coach Engler talked about on the interview that I did with him on Monday, talked about the future that they have with the sophomores. And these kids, sophomores learn from these games. They be juniors and then seniors, and then they'll understand how to win these games.
Take a look at your final numbers presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. And a contrast in styles, and Bryan Station just dominant on the ground.
Yeah, just unstoppable there on the ground. And even those passing numbers for Ryle are a little bit skewed towards the end of the game. They were able to get some big plays, some big passes down the field. But I tell you what, Bryan Station, we talked about it before the game. You know, you had to pick your poison. If you're Ryle, can you stop the pass? Can you stop the run? And tonight they just could not stop the run.
For Ryle, Logan Variks through the air 20 of 35. 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Variks almost 100 yards rushing, 19 carries, 90 yards, and an average of 14 per carry. And you look at the passing for Cutright for Bryan Station, 3 of 6, 53 yards, a touchdown, and an interception, but 9 of 59, and they came at critical times.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. That's what you want to see. And, you know, I talked about it. This Bryan Station, it was total dominance on both sides of the ball and special teams.
Kalen Washington, 19 carries, 177 yards. He's over 1,100 now on the season, and receiving only 3 completions. Damon Green caught 2 for 27. J.T. Haskins, 1 grab for 26 yards. We'll take one more break. Back with our most outstanding player, presented by Elite Building Products, and we'll have it for you next on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more info, visit them at elitekentucky.com. Couple of great performances tonight, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at both sides of the ball there, Ryle with Landon Looms, just a great receiver. We talked about it. He was able to get some short passes, a couple of long passes, just had a really good night. And then, I mean, there's no doubt with Bryan Station. You go with Kalen Washington, you know, all the rushes, over 170 yards. Just a great night for him, the senior, the GRC transfer, had to come in, had to play more yards because Bennett got hurt. But, boy, what a game by both these two young men.
You look at some individual performances, certainly on the defensive end tonight for Bryan Station. Keelan Adams, a pick six. Jalen Berry, a pick six. Yep. And that great punt block by Javon Frazier.
Yeah, I tell you what, we can't talk enough about that. As I said, he broke in from the left side, was able to reach that big left arm out there and was able to get that block there at the end of the first half with Ryle just wanting to get that punt off, and then Station goes in, scores, really sets the tone, and after that the game was over.
Just a great performance tonight for Bryan Station. They will move on. They will travel to Ballard next Friday for a semifinal match. Frederick Douglass is at Trinity. We will certainly do what we can to provide both those broadcasts for you in the Louisville area. And heck, now 2 weeks, you could have a Station Douglass State Championship, pal.
And I tell you what, that's one game that I want to see. I didn't get to see the first match. I would love to see a rematch of that game. They've got a ways to go, but you know what? Douglass going down, beating number one Male tonight. Bryan Station, the performance they put on here, neither of these teams have to worry about the fact that they're not talented enough to get the win to get to Kroger Field.
The city of Louisville has dominated 6A for so long, and even last year an outlier, but still in the Louisville area with Bullitt East. And you've got Lexington against 2 Louisville next week. Should be a great semifinal Friday.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm biased. I'm all Lexington, so I want to see that happen. But you know what better way to go in if you can be both Douglass and Bryan Station, go on the road, get victories in Louisville. It's going to be a big hill to climb, but you know what? Both those teams are ready for it. And Douglass can say, hey, we can go down there twice, 2 weeks in a row, and also, as you said, beat Trinity earlier in the year down there. And Bryan Station, I don't think anyone is going to be looking forward to playing them.
Tonight's producer has been Steve Bird. John Strange, our spotter. Joe O'Malley on camera. For KJ Jones and Rick Reams, I'm Chris LeBar. So long from Bryan Station High School. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Meyer. Higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
For scheduled information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation